I'm going to do a Lego kit. The question is, which one? Is it the Mandalorian Razor Crest from Star Wars, the classic TV series Batmobile, Batman 66, or the Notre Dame, Paris, France Cathedral? Stay tuned. Oh no, not again. Yeah, it's going to be the Notre Dame, Paris Cathedral. One of the things that I really like about it is apparently the instructions encourage you to build it in the same sequence that it was originally built. It's kit 21061. It has 4,383 pieces. You must be 18 or older to do this. Yeah, right. Like, I'm sure the Lego police are going to come into your house and arrest you if you're not 18. But it would be funny if they did. Breaking the seal. That was easy. And now we're going to open her up. And this is the first time that I've opened up this box. It is not the most recent Lego kit that I have purchased, and it is not the oldest Lego kit that I have purchased. It is the one that I have been saving for this week, the week of Canadian Thanksgiving, to build. And before we go to time lapse, 27. 28. Oy. Well, I mean, the good thing about it is I've noticed that as each kit has come, the steps are increasing in number, but they're also decreasing in size. So you're not spending an entire day on just 14. 14 is actually a step. Oh, we're at 32 now. Wow. That's, I want to say, interesting. Now, see, right off the bat, this seems a little pointless or counterproductive, because if this had, say, 1 to 10 in it, that would make sense. Or if this had the final 20 steps or whatever, that would make sense. But we've already got 5, and we've already got 33. So instead, this is a jumble. And that's one of the things that I've never quite, I mean, there's got to be a reason for it, because Lego's just been doing this way too long to not be doing things logically. So there has to be a reason for it. It's probably production focused. But yeah, it would be really nice if, you know, the box in the box was like the final stage, and you could start with what you take out of the box. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then the rest of it would be in that. But nope, so we got 9. Because then I wouldn't have to empty out every single thing from the box, the big box, the total box, just to figure out where it is I'm starting. I've seen a review. It has commented on the fact that there is a lot of repetition. Thing is, I like repetition. The whole point of doing this as a stress relieving exercise is the idea that you're going to relieve stress, and just Zen-like mindless repetition does that really well, and that's what I like about it. That's one of the things that I like about Lego. That is also one of the things I don't like about jigsaw puzzles, because jigsaw puzzles is not mindless repetition. Jigsaw puzzles is staring at a bunch of nearly identical pieces, trying to figure out which one you can shove and pound into place. That is not fun to me. But if you think it's fun to you, more power to you, whatever it is that gets you through the week. I have been putting off doing any Lego for a while. You know, it's more of an indoor thing. It's a lengthy thing. It's the kind of thing where, because we don't have a lot of space to just be storing stuff for weeks at a time, you kind of, once you start it, you got to finish it. And so I generally try and leave it a huge block for working on it in a large thing, getting the project done, start, middle, finish. And you don't want that in the summer when the weather is good enough that you want to get outside. Particularly, now that we're in Edmonton, and there are many times in the year where the last thing in the world you want to do is go outside. 34. 34 seems to be the highest number. A little worrying because I don't recall seeing 2. Let's see if we can... Oh, here we are. 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there we are. So 34 is the last. 34. And unlike some of the earlier kits, there aren't like 3 bags of 1, 4 bags of 2, whatever. It actually is 1 step, 1 bag. 34 steps. So this is going to be good. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes there's stickers. Okay, good. No stickers. So, decent magazine, thick magazine. 393 steps. 393 steps, 34 stages, and then I create something that took real life people on a real life scale hundreds of years to do. Awesome. Shall we begin? Here's something you can't do in Paris. Look, a drone shot over Notre Dame. That's about how my drones work.
Notre Dame de Paris. It's hard to imagine Paris without the majestic Notre Dame Cathedral. Over the centuries, this spectacular landmark has weathered the elements, revolution, devastating destruction, and remains one of the most popular tourist attractions in Paris. When you see it in all its seemingly gravity-defying splendor, you may wonder how architects, masons, and builders created such a monument, starting nearly 900 years ago, with construction going on for centuries.
1163 to 1182. So that's how long that took to build that part. That's actually not that long. That's like 19 years. You will note the entrance. That's because the east side of the cathedral was completed first and served as a functioning church while construction continued on the rest of the cathedral. While the first completed east side section functioned as an interim church, construction work continued on the transept and in the first bays on the south side of the nave. From the original Romanesque architectural style, the construction gradually incorporated contemporary architectural styles, evolving into the Gothic style it represents today. This part is built from 1182 to 1200. Again, not that long, but it's really just another 18 years for this part. Phase 2, 1182 to 1200. Construction work continues in the transept and in the bays to the south side of the nave. At 419.9 feet, or 128 meters long, 157.4 feet, or 48 meters wide, and 226.3 feet, or 69 meters tall, the Notre Dame Cathedral was built on the site of an existing cathedral on Ile-de-Cité in the Seine. In 2016, we climbed it. Walked past it many times. 2016, we climbed it. There's an entrance there, and then you climb a spiral staircase all the way up to a gallery and bookstore here. And then you climb up, I think it's on this end, you climb up further to here, and then you cross over, and then you climb up further, and that's where we were able to go outside and view Paris from the top of Notre Dame. So I even have video. Let's see if I can recreate. Video from up here. And look at that. And the Seine beyond. Look at that. And of course, in the original, if you go there, there's all sorts of detailing inscribed in here, and these are statues of the, well, what they call the kings, but they're actually the apostles. And then, of course, one of the rose windows. That's a really good effect of it. I was really kind of impressed. It's not solid by any stretch of the imagination, but it's just amazing how the intricacies work. How they managed to capture it so well. I mean, having built this, I think the next time we go to Paris and I get a chance to look at it, I'm going to be seeing details that I didn't see before. I'm going to be seeing it with new eyes because I built Notre Dame de Paris. Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah, so that's a gorgeous kit. Now the lighting that you just saw inside there, that wasn't included. That was a second thing, extra thing that I had. But it's a gorgeous kit. I mean, I've seen some reviewers talk about how there's a lot of repetition to it. It actually didn't take as long as I thought it was going to take, considering what you're building. And the repetition, I mean, that's what I enjoy about Lego, right? You get into that kind of zen, just make the pieces, put them together. If you were building this kit, I would recommend that when it says, you know, like 14 of this, 14 of that, 14 of that, then just do the step assembly. You don't even have to think about it. You just pull the 14 pieces or 20 pieces or whatever it is aside, put them together. Now you've got the sub-assemblies and you're ready to go to the next step. I'd recommend that. The 34 bags were not major steps, so it was kind of nice. As you got towards 34, you were starting to have to open like more than one bag at a time kind of thing, which got a little worrying. But again, they were smaller bags. Like the bags got incrementally smaller as you went through it. So that was good too. And the kit itself, I mean, there's no getting around. It's gorgeous. The booklet comes with a history of it. So you're actually building it in the same sequence that it was originally built. Even some of the accoutrements on the back that were added in the 19th century or 18th century, you don't put those on until the very end. So you actually have, for the time period that you're doing it, a pretty accurate version of what it was. There were no gargoyles on Notre Dame until, the 1900s. Now, what's interesting about that is the fact that the gargoyles are represented by just spouts. It's a gorgeous kit, and I really enjoyed the process of building it. I loved the steps by which it was coming together. As you going through the book, you get the history, you get the 1100s, the beginning foundation, the early east side. One of the cool things about the whole build and the book that comes with it is you're constructing it in the same sequence that Notre Dame was originally built. So at each point when you reach a new era, you can stop, and that's what it looked like at that time. And just the idea of being able to pick a point in the history of Notre Dame and experience it, appreciate it, relive it. It's pretty cool. Oh no, not again. Ugh, this is why we can't have nice things. Too soon? Yeah, it was really, really good.